As a platform, YouTube is home to an incredible amount of channels run by users who are desperate for fame, to the point that they would do just about anything to achieve it.
I may fail, but if I
A risky attempt at fame left aspiring YouTube star Pedro Ruiz III dead.
This is nothing new, of course, but every day I find it more and more shocking the lengths that people will go through just to gain internet clout. And today's example is one of the more disturbing. For starters, let's address something. The internet has long since had an animal abuse problem. So often, accounts will pop up showcasing vile and disgusting treatments of animals by users desperately in search of attention. This issue has always been rampant, and unfortunately it doesn't seem like it will ever stop, as new cases seemingly appear every week or so. But on YouTube, there's a similar issue happening right now, only it features a slight variation. It seems that on the platform, there are a variety of channels that are abusing animals, such as cats and dogs, just not in the way that we are used to. Instead, the videos paint these abusers to be heroes. It's a difficult phenomenon to explain, so let me just show you. To start our investigation, we're going to be taking a look at an account called KM Animal, a channel with just 2 posts, but that's all they needed to make a lasting impact. A video entitled "Boy Rescues Baby Puppy Was Bitten by Big Dog" was posted to YouTube on April 3rd, 2018. The caption is filled with broken English, but basically what they're saying is that they found this puppy who had a bite from a bigger dog. That they couldn't find, and they rescued the puppy by giving it medicine.
das schon gesehen? Ist SpongeBob schwul? Ist SpongeBob... Ist das schon gesehen? Ist SpongeBob schwul? Wollen wir wieder aufs Dach? Am 28. November ab 20:15 Uhr auf Comedy Central.
Der SpongeBob Think Happy Day.
Comedy Central. Comedy Central.
Der SpongeBob Think Happy Day wird dir präsentiert.
Comedy Central.
Der SpongeBob Think Happy Day wird dir präsentiert von Little Big Planet für deine PlayStation Portable.
Ist das schon gesehen? Ist SpongeBob schwul? Wollen wir wieder aufs Damenklo gehen? Oder brisant Secret. Ab 20:15 Uhr auf Comedy Central.
Der SpongeBob Think Happy
Ab 20:15 Uhr auf Comedy Central. 15 Uhr auf ab 20. Am 28. November ab 20:15 Uhr auf Comedy Central.
Der
Am 28. November ab 20:15 Uhr auf Comedy Central.
Der SpongeBob Think Happy Day wird dir präsentiert von Little Big Planet für deine PlayStation Portable.
15 auf Comedy Central.
Der SpongeBob Think Happy Day wird dir Der SpongeBob
Central.
Der SpongeBob Think Happy Day wird dir präsentiert von Little Big Planet für deine PlayStation Portable.
Den auf Comedy Central.
Der SpongeBob Think Happy Day wird dir präsentiert von Little Big Planet für deine PlayStation Portable.
Now, I'm gonna censor most of this video because there is nothing more triggering to me than seeing a puppy in pain, but it basically shows a dog with what appears to be a bleeding cut near its neck. The dog is clearly in pain and totally terrified. But luckily, these kids stumbled upon it and were able to bring it out to safety. They rubbed some
А! Андрей, ты тут? Да ладно! Вот это да! Нам предстоит сложная работа. Проведем много опытов и попытаемся разобраться, почему ты стал невидимым. Какой-то процесс спровоцировал такой эффект.
Why are you always gaming?
The same reason you put makeup on every day.
What?
To escape reality.
tratan de ser perfectos y dignos de odio.
Hielito no merece odio.
Sí lo merece.
Tú mereces odio.
Sí, ya lo sé.
¡Wow! Eso invita a la reflexión. Muchas gracias por abrirme los ojos.
De nada.
Lu y Hielito, paren el tormento.
¡No!
Hielito, es hora de dejar de maltratar a Gotita.
Hielito solo va a parar cuando quiera parar. ¡Quiero parar!
Me enorgullece tu decisión, Hielito.
Yo no. Dijiste que me ibas a ayudar. Dijiste que eras cool. ¡Lo siento!
Hielito, estoy consternado.
En cambio, yo, Lu, estoy presionada e impresionada. ¿Qué hago?
No
Reloj,
puedo creer
te
que hicieras
equivocas.
algo así.
Escúchame,
es increíble.
reloj, no me
Necesito que te
escuchas.
detengas
Soy un
ahora. Esto es lo
interruptor,
peor
más
que
tú,
te he
yo
visto
sé que te
haciendo. No
equivocas.
puedo creerlo. De
Acepta
verdad
que
es
te odio.
increíble.
Te odio.
Tal vez deberíamos poner fin a este asunto de Gotita, Hielito.
Sí, Hielito, que te hagamos animar. No te escucho, más fuerte.
Gotita, ¿cómo puedes morder tan brutalmente a la inocente Hielito? Debería darte vergüenza.
Bueno, creo que los dos le hicimos daño a Gotita. Tregua.
Roblox group containing some of the biggest and most... The Roblox Star Creator Program was once a very prestigious Roblox group containing some of the biggest and most well-respected creators in the community, featuring people like Creecraft, Dennis and Flamingo, just to name a few. However, as with anything, many disgusting creators seep through the cracks, and today we will cover the worst offenders and go over the Roblox Star Creator degenerates. Zonic was a popular Spanish Roblox gameplay myths YouTuber who had his first taste of fame by talking about things such as Guest 666, John Doe and other popular myths as of late 2016 and early 2017. His first controversy, however, was when he was called out for stealing Albert Stuff's, also known as Flamingo's, thumbnails and translating them into Spanish, as well as other YouTubers as well. But he ended up thumbnails and translating them into Spanish, as well as Albert Stuff's, also known as Flamingo's, controversy, however, was when he was called out for stealing Albert Stuff's, also known as Flamingo's, thumbnails. Controversy, however, was when he was called out for stealing Albert Stuff's, also known as Flamingo's, thumbnails and translating them into Spanish, as well as other YouTubers as well. But he ended up getting away with it for the most part, since all of his thumbnails are still up to this day. However, due to his increasing fame, many more people started criticizing his terrible content and promoting fake free Robux methods. As a result, many massive YouTubers at the time, such as Chloe Games, Green Lego Cats, Lego Bloxians, and others, called Zonic out on his behavior. This would result in him urging his fans to harass and leave hate comments under these videos. This would also then result in him losing insane amounts of reputation amongst the Spanish Roblox community. Despite this though, in mid-2022, Zonic was able to join a Roblox Video Star Creator program after his account was originally terminated for using exploits that were used in videos to simulate SA amongst other players, which is absolutely disgusting. This would prompt many YouTubers to subsequently call this out and plead Roblox to ban him once again and kick him from the Star Creator program. This eventually led to his Roblox account being banned once again and enabled him to try selling his YouTube channel with over 3 million subscribers for over $25,000 on an external site. It was unknown if the channel ever went under new management, but to this day Zonic continues to upload despite a dwindling view. view count, but Sonic was nothing in comparison to the next person we'll be talking about. Kalagish was a Roblox YouTuber who created his channel in mid-2018, primarily posting bubblegum simulator videos as the game was popular at the time. Not much is known about Kalagish during this time period, despite his rise to fame being evidently slow, only getting a couple hundred views a month over the year with his slight upwards trend in views during late 2019. This was up until 2020, however, when quarantine caused a lot of children and adults to not attend school or work, keeping them inside of the house. As a result, Kalagish gained a considerable fan base in a short amount of time, starting off the year with only 30,000 subscribers and blowing past 20,000 by the end of the year. In mid-2021, a game called Friday Night Funkin' was released, and this game got massive notoriety and sparked a Roblox rendition of the game also titled Friday Night Funkin'. Kalagish saw an opportunity to jump on this trend, which later skyrocketed his channel past almost 100,000 subscribers per month and over 10 million views in a month as well. However, in August of 2021, Kalagish was exposed to have had multiple inappropriate exchanges with numerous minors. For example, when he was 20 years old, he was exchanging nudes with a 15-year-old called Pyronad in 2020, and making other disgusting and vile comments to them. For example, he stated, "Well, you definitely know how to tease and you have a damn sexy body to take nudes with, babe. And I'm being honest about me finding you sexy." And then he states in another one, "Well, you didn't let me save the titty pic, and all the others I have are teasing pics that I don't even want to say how many times I've jerked off to." And then in another one, "You would also be the perfect height for sucking dick while you're on your knees, just saying." And then Kalagish states in his other screenshot, "I want to freak you. I can see us having sex in a changing room of a clothing store." And also more allegations came out how in 2018 he had been dating a 14-year-old when he was 18 years old, stating that she was actually mature for her age. And another victim came out stating how Kalagish would flirt with her despite the fact she was 13 to 14 years of age when he was 18, and then he was sending allegedly shirtless pictures of himself to her. Not to mention, even more information came out on how Kalagish victim blamed a sexual assault victim and even solicited nudes and sexted with a 16-year-old in 2019 when he was 19, making yet again more weird comments to them, and the victim attesting that it was indeed illegal. And keep in mind, in regards to the Pyronad situation, Kalagish pretty much admitted to everything, and he stated how he should not be excused for the situation at all, going as far as to admit what he did on Natty Forsyth's now removed video. Of course, after this, Roblox proceeded to relinquish his star creator role and then terminate his Roblox account, and then YouTube shortly followed. And still to this day, Kalagish remains as one of the most prolific Roblox predators, with him having abused multiple victims. Now, before we get on to the biggest Roblox star creator degenerate, here are some honorable mentions. Payson is a popular Roblox Spanish YouTuber with over 3 million subscribers and part of the Roblox Star Creator program, and in 2021, he was exposed to have been using aimbot in an Arsenal video of his. After this, he received a large amount of hate for this, and even admitted to actually hacking on Twitter, and then he was banned from Arsenal for an entire year because of this, as his movements regarding other players in the game was extremely abnormal, and even Poke called this out. However, to this day, he still remains part of the program. The next star creator is a Brazilian YouTuber called Empire Blocks with over 700,000 subscribers. And in early 2021, he had made a video showing himself hacking an Arsenal. Roblox later responded with an email telling him to not hack even if it was a video, urging people to not use exploiting services, and even if the video was a joke. Well, in 2022, he was exposed once again by a Slap Battles moderator for using Slap Aura in his videos, which allowed him to have extendable reach and gave a competitive advantage to him when slapping other players. He was also exposed in a lifting simulator video where he even had a hacking panel visible, and he was even advertising an Adopt Me black market site. However, despite multiple YouTubers calling him out, he still remains in the star program to this day, so nice job Roblox. Final mention is the Brazilian Roblox YouTuber called rbrt, who had over 2 million subscribers on YouTube and was part of the Roblox Star Creator program once again. Had over 2 million subscribers on YouTube and was part of the Roblox Star Creator program once again. However, he was riddled in controversy after he was exposed for consistently churning out NSFW and suggestive thumbnails for his audience, which consist of mainly underage children in 2020, and for also stealing other people's content. In early 2021, he was terminated off of YouTube and then reinstated, probably because he sold the channel and he went completely inactive after. Eventually, due to this, Roblox eventually removed him from the Roblox Star Creator program due to inactivity, rather than the degenerate, disgusting thumbnails he made in the past. And all in all, from that situation, rbrt has cemented himself as one of the worst Roblox star creators to this day. However, the next star creator will surpass him in every realm. Titanhammer YT was arguably one of the biggest Roblox Spanish content creators in the scene with over 700,000 subscribers to his name. He consistently streamed games such as Meep City and Adopt Adopt Me, and garnered a large audience of mainly young children who idolized him and admired him and his content. Well, this was all until June 2022, when everything changed after a burner account came out compiling a Google Dropbox with hundreds and hundreds of screenshots incriminating Titanhammer and systematically proving that he was a P3-ophile, as he was sexting with underage fans of his when he was 34 years of age. Now, due to the language barrier, many of these images were translated, and Titanhammer can be seen here stating, "Would you give me your pussy for desserts? I want to have you in my little mouth, devour you all, taste you and sour you. Can you imagine? Adopt you legally and frick you daily?" And in another screenshot, "I can have you for supper." And in another one, "And in your skin, in your tits, in your pussy." And in another one here stating, "I love yours, I want to hear you moan. Gasp and tell me things with that accent you often have." And in this person states, "Tomorrow my mum leaves and I will be alone again." And then Titanhammer states, "That you more and more daring and naughty and tell me more things." And then there's just more and more screenshots of his degeneracy, with this person once again stating, "Pussy baby, put your fingers in your mouth and taste them." And another screenshot here stating, "Eating the bleep of your little sister and you'll kiss daddy and say goodnight." Like, this is just absolutely disgusting to read. Now keep in mind, Titanhammer was in a relationship with another YouTuber called Annalika, who is also part of the Roblox Star Creator Program, and Titanhammer was basically attempting to manipulate her and weaponize his suicidality to try and get them to not break up with him. Now, and then he states in another one, "Well, you didn't let me save the titty pic, and all the others I have are teasing pics that I don't even want to say how many times I've jerked off to." And then in another one, "You would also be the perfect height for sucking while you're on your knees, just saying." And then Caligish states in his other screenshot, "I want to freak you. I can see us having sex in a changing room of a clothing store." And also more allegations came out, how in 2018 he had been dating a 14-year-old when he was 18 years old, stating that she was actually mature for her age. And another victim came out stating how Caligish would flirt with her, sold the channel, and he went completely over 2 million Roblox stars, FW, and suggestive thumbnails for his audience, which consist of mainly underage children in 2020, and for also stealing other people's content. In early 2021, he was terminated off of YouTube and then reinstated, probably because he sold the channel and he went completely inactive after. Eventually, due to this, Roblox eventually removed him from the Roblox Star Creator Program due to inactivity, rather than the degenerate, disgusting thumbnails he had made in the past. And all in all, from that situation, Hulk BR has cemented himself as one of the worst Roblox Star creators to this day. However, the next star creator will surpass him in every realm. Titanhammer YT was arguably one of the biggest Roblox Spanish content creators in the scene, with over 700,000 subscribers to his name. He consistently streamed games such as Meep City and Adopt Me, and garnered a large audience of mainly young children who idolized him and admired him and his content. Well, this was all until June 2020. 2022 when everything changed after a burner account came out compiling a Google Dropbox with hundreds and hundreds of screenshots incriminating Titanhammer and systematically proving that he was a P3-ophile, as he was sexting with underage fans of his when he was 34 years of age. Now, due to the language barrier, many of these images were translated, and Titanhammer can be seen here stating, "Would you give me your pussy for dessert? I want to have you in my little mouth, devour you all, taste you and sour you. Can you imagine? Adopt you legally and frick you daily?" And in another screenshot, "I can have you for supper." And in another one, "And in your skin, in your tits, in your pussy." And in another one here stating, "I love yours, I want to hear you moan. Gasp and tell me things with that accent you often have." And in this person states, "Tomorrow my mum leaves and I will be alone again." And in Titanhammer states, "That you more and more daring and naughty and tell me more things." And then there's just more and more screenshots of his degeneracy, with this person once again stating, "Pussy baby, put your fingers in your mouth and taste them." And another screenshot here stating, "Eating the bleep of your little sister and you'll kiss daddy and say goodnight." Like, this is just absolutely disgusting to read. Now keep in mind, Titanhammer was in a relationship with another YouTuber called Annalika, who is also part of the Roblox Star Creator Program, and Titanhammer was basically attempting to manipulate her and weaponize his suicidality to try and get them to not break up with him. Now, after all the backlash he was receiving for his obviously absolutely disgusting behavior, he made some trashy response and basically victimized himself. And just like with Kelligish, he was banned off of YouTube and wiped from the Roblox Star Creator Program, with practically no evidence even being up anymore of his existence on the internet. His Twitter is dead, his Twitch is dead, and it's all deserved. Hopefully he's embracing the warm prison cell he'll be staying in for the rest of his life, as Titanhammer is arguably one of the worst Roblox P3-ophiles in existence, with allegedly over 16 victims involved with this situation. A Google Dropbox will be linked down below for you all to read, and as of now he's been completely offline since the situation has transpired. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you did find this video informative and you want more videos like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe, and comment hammer if you made it this far and comment your opinions down below. Also check out my other videos too, and obviously this video is not intended for hate, harassment, cyberbullying or anything like that. This is just an educational video into the entire situation as a whole, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
So, Jack and all of his friends head over here endings of the game. Alright, so the first ending I decided to get for today was the bad ending. Now, this is probably one of the easiest endings to get in the game, mainly just because of how you do it, and, well, how you do it exactly? Hey, before the video begins, I just wanted to let you know, since most of you may be new to the channel, I did make a video on One Night at Flumpty's, or at least the series in itself. So if you haven't seen that video yet, I'd highly suggest go doing that. There is an icon in the top right corner, or you could not click it and watch this video instead. Thanks and enjoy the video. So, Day Shift at Freddy's. You know, out of all of the fan games in this series, I feel really guilty for not playing Day Shift at Freddy's. I didn't even bother playing it back in 2020 when FNAF had its, well, ends, and that's probably meant to say Day Shift 1 is, well, the first one. The game is made in RPG Maker, but it's more of a visual novel where there are multiple endings. Something like Henry Stickmin, if you will. So for the sake of myself and everyone watching this video right now, I won't go in depth with every ending. I'll go in depth with the ones I found to be fun or interesting. So you play as an orange guy, and you were recently hired by Freddy Fazbender's Pepperonery.
Hold on to your dookie. It's about to get spooky.
You are
Hold on to your dookie. It's about to get spooky.
You are tasked with doing daily chores at Freddy's. The game itself doesn't take pepperonery.
Hold on to your dookie. It's about to get spooky.
You are tasked with doing daily chores at Freddy's. The game itself doesn't take itself very seriously, so there's a lot of old outdated memes, like, I'm not joking, the title doesn't lie, this series is just a shitpost. You can do random things like play arcade games and just interact with the environment, and really that's about it. I head into the safe room and it's here you meet Purple Guy. He talks to you about an offer. He wants to leave this place but can't because of a contract that you had to sign. So you can either kill 5 kids or refuse his offer. So for this playthrough specifically, I went for the gnarly ending. So I accepted Purple Guy's offer. You need to put on the Springlock suit, which is apparently the cool cat, and the other one being some old cereal mascot that I can't remember, is apparently the cool cat, and the other one being some old cereal mascot that I can't remember. You also have to make sure the spring locks don't fail, so you have to click these springs that will appear on your screen. After that, you're basically free to roam around the pizzeria. You can interact with the animatronics, like change Freddy's music box to rickroll the guests. I think the most fun of this game really just comes from the fails, like Henry Stickmin. It's fun to see how your character ends up getting fired or die. Or like, for instance, I decided to tell some jokes to children and I got fired because of a squirrel joke. Stickmin. It's fun to see how your character ends up getting fired or die. Or like, for instance, I decided to tell some jokes to children and I got fired because of a squirrel joke. This playthrough, I didn't exactly engage with the game. I just did whatever Purple Guy asked me to do and just did it. Tuesday, you have to escort the bodies out to the dumpster. Wednesday, you need to destroy the security cameras. Then on Thursday, you have to choose which animatronic to do and just did it. Tuesday, you have to escort the bodies out to the dumpster. Wednesday, you need to destroy the security cameras. Then on Thursday, you have to choose which animatronic gets to set loose in the joint. Either Bread Bear or the Rat on Friday. On my run, I chose both animatronics. The building miraculously catches on fire. and both you and the purple guy are free to go to Vegas as you please. So for this playthrough, I decided to get the happiest ending, which requires you to save the 5 dead children. You need to refuse Dave's offer first. It was here I actually decided to experience the game in its full entirety, get 5. So for this playthrough, I decided to get the happiest ending, which requires you to save the 5 dead children. You need to refuse Dave's offer first. It was here I actually decided to experience the game in its full entirety, get fired for devouring Chica's hot bird ass, or alternatively, you could Foxy. I also served pizza with bird ass, or alternatively, you could Foxy. I also served pizza with Bonnie's or Dave's offer first. It was here I actually decided to experience the game in its full entirety, get fired for devouring Chica's hot bird ass, or alternatively, you could Foxy. I also served pizza with Bonnie's face, and served pizza with cat turds. You can also get fired for eating salad. Yeah, eating salad gets you fired. What a world. I took a look at the security cameras and found Dave stealing from the prize corner, or an old man who found the camera. Pretty hilarious. You can also randomly encounter a dog. I also played one of the minigames being the Bread Bear one. You can also you could Foxy. I also served pizza with Bonnie's face, and served pizza with cat turds. You can also get fired for eating salad. Yeah, eating salad gets you fired. You could Foxy. I also served pizza with Bonnie's face, and served pizza with cat turds. You can also get fired for eating salad. Yeah, eating salad gets you fired. What a world. I took a look at the security pizza with Bonnie's face, and served pizza with cat turds. You can also get fired for eating salad. Yeah, eating salad gets you fired. What a world. I took a look at the security cameras and found Dave stealing from the prize corner, or an old man who found the camera. Pretty hilarious. You can also randomly encounter a dog. I also played one of the minigames being the Bread Bear one. It's just a vertical shooter like Space Invaders. There's another one called Foxy Yif Yif Yif. I think I'll pass. Then the Happiest Day game, which is only to show your progress in saving the children. I should probably talk about how exactly you go about saving the children. Chica and Bonnie are quite easy. I actually managed to get them without even realizing it at first. You'll probably get them, honestly, in the first
Der SpongeBob Think Happy Day wird dir präsentiert von Little Big Planet. Der SpongeBob Think Happy Day wird dir präsentiert von Little Big Planet für deine PlayStation Portable.
Are you ready, kid?
first 2 days. Chica needs a pepperoni pizza, and Bonnie needs his face back, and Freddy, I also
All right, everyone. It's time to get up off those bleachers and stomp your feet. Or foot. Whichever. Yeah! Now add the clapping, too. Woohoo! Anyway, so I was talking to him. What? Anyway, so I was talking to him. What? Oh, man. Although measures have been taken to prevent pucks from entering the seating area, please be... All right, everyone. It's time to get up off those bleachers and stomp your feet. Or foot. Whichever. Some seating area, please be aware that under some circumstances, the puck still might be propelled into the spectator area with enough force to cause serious injury. Keep your eye out. Trust me, I know.
Legendary heavy glowing sunshine on the road, Keith, yes. Push up, overload, legendary heavy glowing sunshine on the road, keep this on. Yes, the land sunburn, firm and easy, and broadcast so raw and easy. On the road, sunshine, work it out. Oh, style.
He's your buddy. When your brother is a jerk, he's your pal. When your dad is off at work, he won't leave you when you go get a bite. At least until the sixth night. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Who you gonna call? Psychic friend Fredbear. He's a flower, for reasons still unknown, and he stalks you. On your way back home, he makes a promise that throws off all the lore. Seriously, Scott, what is this line for? And is it supposed to be in a slightly different yellow font here? Are you meaning this to be figurative or literal? Because if it's literal, you are opening up a literal can of worms. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Who you gonna call? Psychic friend Fredbear. He's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Who you gonna call? Psychic friend, Fred Bear.
So did this one afterwards, but he needs to rickroll the guests in order to save him. Foxy and Golden Freddy need a little bit more grind. Grinding. You see, there's a character called Matt at the prize corner who'll sell you stuff, and you probably noticed the tokens in the bottom right. Yeah, this is like your primary currency, and honestly, it's fine. You don't really need to do it in the first days, because to get them, you just simply search around areas, and it's like, you may find one or two of them, and then sometimes you'll get a lot, sometimes you'll get not much, and you need to do this in like 3 days. Yeah, you need to do all of this in like the progress of like 3 whole days, so it's pretty tough. So for Foxy, you need to break the salad bar with a crowbar. So you need to purchase a crowbar, and that is, I believe, 150 tokens. So it's not much, but the most expensive thing is the firecracker. Unless I'm wrong about that, then oopsie daisy, it's just the other way around. So yeah, you need around like 500 tokens in order to get the good ending, quote unquote. Honestly, this ending, like I said, it's not really that worth it. Oh yeah, Golden Freddy, you need to set off the firecracker that you bought in a urinal. And also make sure you play the Happiest Day game after you do all that to ensure you get the ending. They just play the game as normal and we make it to the end. I should also mention that there are like post-night minigames that sort of give a little bit of lore building. It's not much, to be honest. Like the first one, first you put hats on the dead kids, and then after that you put them into the animatronics which possess them. Seal off a safe room or whatever, and yada yada yada. It's just stuff like that. Not really much to be said with these, just that they exist. And by the way, the phone guy is actually called Scott Cawthon because Scott Cawthon actually voices the phone guy in the games.
You got a name? Do me a favor, Phil.
What?
Say cheese.
Just thought that was pretty cool. So he sets up a sting operation to try and arrest you. This is common among all of the endings. Dave will send either Breadbear or the rat. Usually for the good ending, you want the rat to show up. And then, out of the blue, I never even expected this, Fredbear shows up. And this isn't like Fredbear like you'd expect it to look like. He's some kind of godly being, and by godly being, I mean being a PNG of a grizzly bear photoshopped to look kind of like Fredbear, and he has a text-to-speech voice, which just makes it even more goofy. So does God have a text-to-speech voice or something? I don't know. I mean, honestly, that'd be kind of funny if that were the case. But anyway, he just tells you to leave, and then you get fired, only to have cake with the dead children. I mean, it's a fairly bittersweet ending, because the kids just talk like, oh, we're gonna be dead forever, we're just gonna be stuck in the void. It just feels so bittersweet. The only ending that I actually really enjoyed here at the time I was playing was the Nolly ending. Really, for the other endings, you just have to sort of screw up in a run, and that's how you usually get them. I'll talk about this more in the conclusion, but this will actually wrap up Day Shift at Freddy's 1, at least for right now. Honestly, looking back, Day Shift at Freddy's 1 is a, well, fine game. I think for its time it probably would have been really good, but over the past couple of years it's kinda like Flumpty's 1, it's just sorta aged like milk.
We're going back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu.
Bubble likes me too, right, Bubble? Oh, yeah?
No! Ice Cube, stop!
Let me try. Save me, pen.
Blocky.
Fiery.
Pencil.
Baba.
Leafy. Icy. Revenge! What?
Oh, sorry, Ice Cube. I'd let you in if I could, but I can't.
Revenge!
It was actually the Shadow 2000 Windows.
Cube, I'd let you in if I could, but I can't.
Revenge!
It was actually the Shadow 2000 Windows.
This would count as mass property destruction. Since the Free Smart team destroyed 2,000 windows, each member will have to pay $250,000.
Hey, Pencil, now that we've gotten Fiery punished and all... Now that we've gotten Fiery punished and all...
Oh, well, I still have mine.
And Bubble wins immunity.
Yoy, okay. Our friendship is over.
While ours, Bubble, has just begun. Now get me out of this volcano. 3, 2, 1. Hey, what are you doing? Ah! So if there's an... 2, 1. Hey, what are you doing? Ah! So if there's an announcer recovery center now, we can kill the announcer as much as we want, and he'll still come back to give us Dream Island.
Oh, yeah.
Bubble is the last person responsible for causing Speaker Eat's multiple demises. Also, I'm gonna mark this off as mass murder instead of torture murder, but I'll give her the exact same sentence as I did with the previous contestants, which are 2 capital punishments.
So, Bubble, nice to be back. Yeah, but what's that? She's not in our alliance. That's better.
Keep throwing.
Why isn't she dying?
I don't know, but don't stop.
You can't freeze metal, dum-dums.
I say we smack him right into the sun.
Too true, lollipop. See, I knew I would make it. Get away, I can't stand your cover.
Wow. What? I always thought you were well read.
Get it? And I always thought you were warm.
You mean well read. Yuck, yuck.
She must not be very well read.
Now what?
We recover our dead team members.
But the HBRC was inside Evil Leafy, and we just crushed her.
Oh, right.
It was actually the Shattered 2000 Windows.
Hey, Pencil, now that we've gotten Fiery punished and all...
Look, I told you Taco abandoned us!
You could make the case that Book's obsession about Taco abandoning drove her to the point where she is abusing Taco emotionally.
So she doesn't even want to talk to us. Look, Lollipop, she's the one who won't talk to me.
You exhaust me.
Oh no! Lava shower! Gotta protect Ice Cube! And Taco!
Wait, what?
Taco, you really want that BFB, huh?
Well, yeah, but I don't want to abandon...
It's okay. I'm not gonna force you to stay with us. You can tell us all about it when the gang's back together. Hello, Death Pact again.
What do you want?
We've got this glass panel. Do you have any use for this?
We'll take it.
Not for free. Give us something.
I mean, we have Tree's dead body?
We love dead bodies. This glass panel is yours.
I think we might have just traded down.
Ruby, want to join our alliance? But what about Bubble? Isn't she in your alliance?
Sadly, she's dead.
We can see that Ruby and her alliance are putting dangerous ingredients into the oil stew. She even put lava, bleach, and vomit as ingredients for some reason. This is administering a noxious substance.
Okay, so I have this vat of dream sauce. The first step is to superheat it in the ovenotron. No, wait, no! Hey, Donut's blood tastes pretty good!
It was actually the Shattered 2000 Windows.
The contest is to kill all your teammates.
Fiery? There's no way Freezemart's gonna fall for that.
Trust me, I am desperate to win this contest.
Wait, Ruby, where'd you get those results? It's a secret! You'll never know! Oh, give me that!
Ah, well, why don't you come and get it, Punch Pose?
Ruby, stop it! This is dangerous! Oh, hey, Fiery. Ruby, now you've done it! Whoa! Pull me up! Ooh. You've already trampled his aloe vera plant 73 times!
That was me! 73 times? Literally over the same spot, 73 times.
Yeah, we got home hours ago. I just drove in circles so we could have more sing-along time with Leafy.
So since Gelatin is canonically a child, some of his sentences will be different compared to the other objects. So let's get started.
There isn't enough room up here. That's better.
Huh?
Okay, go for it.
Feeling better, Teardrop?
What was that?
Well, the side effects of anti-poison do include the eating of one contestant.
Now it's pretty weird that Gelatin created these syringe injections, even at a young age. So I'll give him the exact same sentence an adult would have. I will also give him 2 manslaughter charges, since the side effects force Fries and TD to eat 2 other people.
Who are you?
I'm Leafy, don't you remember?
No.
That was close. There isn't enough room up here.
Oh, no, Johnson, no.
That's better.
Let's use Bombi to launch ourselves out.
I'm so excited to start preventing death. And Pie is dead.
I think Gelatin should stop throwing forks everywhere.
And Pen is dead.
I thought I could put my traumatic killing past behind me. So many of my hours and so much of my willpower was spent on saving instead of murdering.
Let's use Bombi to explode the other planes.
Yep, that meat is definitely not coming out alive from that steakhouse, let me tell you. You could also make a case that this is a health code violation as well, due to the possibility of Gelatin serving a dead person. This would result Gelatin's steakhouse to be shut down if a health inspector came to check.
My sap Bombi, if you say so.
Guys, there isn't enough room up here.
I say we impersonate and infiltrate. Their tower doesn't stand a chance if we can get inside it.
Good plan! But who do we impersonate? It can't be Loser. Last time I impersonated him, I got arrested and put on probation. I got it. Bleh. Tastes otherworldly.
Gelatin, you'd better keep your tongue in there.
What did you say?
There's no air! I'm not gonna last much longer!
I say we smack him right into the sun.
Too true, Lollipop!
Oh, so you think Teardrop is less worth your friendship then? TV, give her a dose of what you think about that.
No.
Gotta recover him.
Hey, Four, what's up? Strange weather we're having, huh?
Whatever.
Hold up. This whole time, these bars were just cardboard tubes? Covered in metal paint?
Oh my gum chop, I'm saved! Thank you, dear Gelatin. You've given me my freedom back. I will be forever grateful for your heroic deed. Yippee!
What?
There's a lot of divisive opinions floating around on the internet. Countless arguments happening every single day over the stupidest of subjects. So I'm glad that as a community we can all come together to agree on one simple thing. Garfield sucks. Starting out as a comic strip in the 70s, creator Jim Davis introduced us to the world of Garfield. We can all come together to agree on one simple thing. Garfield sucks. All come together to agree on one simple thing. Garfield sucks.
Look, that has nothing to do with me. I'm just stealing these books from you, okay?
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. You shouldn't do that either!
I guess you're right.
Glad we took care of that.
We may not be so lucky next time. We better defend this stack if we know what's good for us.
Sounds good.
Look, that has nothing to do with me. I'm just stealing these books from you, okay?
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. You shouldn't do that either!
Glad we took care of that.
We may not be so lucky next time. We better defend this stack if we know what's good for us.
Sounds good.
Look, that has nothing to do with me. I'm just stealing these books from you, okay?
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. You shouldn't do that either!
I guess you're right.
So today we're taking a look at a relic from the year 2007. This is the Samsung Q1 Ultra, a sub $1,000 ultra portable computer that runs Windows XP Tablet PC Edition. And this particular unit has been sealed in its box ever since it was manufactured. So let's change that. Sponsored by Akamai Connected Cloud. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So the Samsung Q1 line of devices comes to us from that weird period in the mid to late 2000s where computer manufacturers were experimenting with a hybrid category of machines that landed somewhere in between PDAs and full-size tablets. They were known as ultra mobile. Somewhere in between PDAs and full-size tablets. They were known as Ultra Mobile Personal Computers, or UMPCs, which was a designation that Microsoft began to give to devices beginning in early 2006. Originally known as Project Origami, these machines were designed to be lightweight, portable, just larger than pocket-sized computers that ran full-fledged Windows. And by early 2007, Samsung was already in the second generation of their UMPCs when they released the Q1 Ultra, which brought a handful of improvements over the original Q1 and came in a few different configurations. This one here is the Q1 Ultra XP, a business-focused model that sold for $1,149 and is notable for being the only launch model that shipped with XP Tablet PC Edition instead of Windows Vista Home Premium. However, Samsung did release some additional XP models later on after they realized that public public perception of Vista wasn't entirely the greatest. And speaking of the price, the entry-level model was originally going to sell for $799, but Samsung did increase the price by $100 when these things were finally released, which was cheaper than its predecessor, the Q1, but you could still get a pretty capable laptop for that price, so you're really paying for the premium of ultra portability when you bought one of these things. Which, was that going to be worth it to you? Well, it depended on what you're going to use this thing for, but we're going to crack this open for the very first time since it was manufactured and see what it's all about. So let's break the seal. And there's no turning back now. So let's pop this open. We do have the getting started guide here. We've got the Q1 Ultra itself. Check that out. And we have, I assume there's going to be a bunch of accessories if we open this up here. Oh, look at that. We get a whole accessories box within the box. So that's really nice. We'll set this down, set the box aside. And let's see what else we've got. So, got some regulatory information, it looks like, your safety instruction for your Samsung computer, and we just got a whole hodgepodge of stuff in here. So, let's see, right here, we've got one end of the AC adapter, we've got the other end of it there, we've got what looks like a USB data cable, okay, we've got the battery, definitely important, we've got a strap, we've got what looks like a couple of discs. We have System Recovery Media, Windows XP Tablet PC Edition, and we have System Software Media. So, you know, if you were going to restore this thing to factory settings, you would need both of those. And it looks like we've got, this is advertising or talking about McAfee Security Center, new internet security solution. Obviously, McAfee is the best of the best, as we all know. I'm sure there's going to be a few people that don't pick up on that sarcasm there. It's going to be really funny to see those comments. Oh, it's just in a bunch of different languages. Somebody actually spent time to print 16 pages worth of McAfee information, which I couldn't think of a worse use of paper even if I tried. So yeah, those are all the accessories. And here is the Q1 Ultra in all of its glory. Now, a couple of differences between this and the original Q1. First thing, the addition of physical keys. You see we've got a split keypad going on up here. This was not present on the original Q1, so you had to use the on-screen keyboard to type. Right here you've got the mouse sort of joystick or you know, analog pad for moving the mouse cursor around. You've got some arrow keys over here, an enter button, and you've got left and right buttons which correspond to, you know, the left and right buttons on the mouse. You also have, if we take a look at the top of the device here, an SD card slot. Now the original Q1 had a CF card slot instead, so they kind of updated that here, which is nice. We've also got a USB port, headphone jack, and a shutter button, which corresponds to the front-facing webcam, which was also not present on the original Q1. You've also got a fingerprint reader down here, which makes sense with this being a business-focused model. These were pretty present on business laptops from this time. And on the bottom here, you've got your Designed for XP sticker. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because it's interesting. On the box, if we take a look at this sticker right here, which contains the specs and everything, it actually says the operating system is XP Tablet plus Vista Business. Underneath where the battery goes, there is a Windows Vista product sticker with a Vista product key. So I think what's going on here is, you know, this thing runs XP Tablet PC Edition, but you could have, I guess, contacted Samsung to get recovery media for Windows Vista to, you know, upgrade it to that, or just, you know, like an upgrade disk. It's kind of like the Windows Vista Capable program, but I don't think this was officially a part of it. I believe Vista Capable was mainly for consumer machines, where, you know, you would have a separate sticker that actually said Vista Capable printed on this XP sticker here. Alright, so we've got the thing booted in here to Windows XP, and you can see that Samsung has unfortunately replaced the Bliss wallpaper with their own custom one here, which was, you know, pretty typical for OEMs, but I mean, I do have a soft spot for Bliss personally. I made a whole video about it, but yeah, so I figured what we'd do is just go through and see what it's like to use this thing, go through some of the installed programs, and then we'll do, you know, something stupid, because I mean, we pretty much have to do something dumb in every single one of these videos. A couple things of note. Number one, the battery in this thing is stone dead and does not hold a charge anymore. I know this because I tried charging the thing for an hour and did not increase by a single percentage point. Also, you can see that we have a stylus. I kind of forgot to mention this, but yes, they do include a stylus so you can touch the screen with it. But you can also use your finger just fine. I was doing it earlier, and honestly, it works relatively well. I can open up my computer. Well, I just said it works relatively well, except when it doesn't. That was probably on me, though. I didn't really touch exactly on my computer. Partition-wise, you see, we actually have two partitions on here. We've got the local disk, and then we have this temporary partition, which doesn't have anything on it, though I do want to go to tools here and see if there's any hidden files or anything. And yeah, these are just for recycle bin and system volume information. So I don't know what this partition is for, but it is on here. But whatever, you've got your main hard drive. We've got 13.4 gigs of free space. This is a, looks like a 20 gig hard drive. What size is this? This is, oh, okay, this is, because I was going to say, on the box it says there's a 60 gig hard drive in here, and I'm like, that's not, so this temporary partition actually has 31.3 gigabytes of free space. Yeah, that is interesting. I don't know when this was created, and I don't know why it was not, I mean, I assume, like, something, it was here for temporary purposes, and then it was supposed to be just deleted and merged back with the primary partition, but that did not happen, evidently. So I might have to do that manually here in a moment. But we have a 60 gig hard drive, so that's kind of the main thing there. And speaking of specifications, let's go ahead and open up system properties, and I'll show you what else that we're working with. So we have 1 gigabyte of RAM, and we have an Intel Atom A110 CPU running at 800 megahertz. Now, in terms of third-party applications and the bloatware, we've got a little bit of bloatware. I already mentioned we have McAfee installed, but we don't actually have it installed because this right here is the installer for McAfee Web Essentials, so you don't have to run through that if you don't want to. We do have a bunch of Samsung stuff. All of it is contained in this folder right here at the top of the All Programs list, but some of them are on the desktop as well. And most of these are pretty self-explanatory. We'll go through some of the major ones here. So Easy Button Manager. This is also accessible by pressing this UDF button up here. This is how you modify what these buttons over here do on the arrow pad or the arrow keys here. So, you can change and customize what these do. You can have different groups set. We'll hit OK and get out of that. And also, speaking of up here, you see we have volume controls. So I can increase the volume and lower the volume. And then you have this menu. When you tap this, you get access to basically all the device controls. So you can change display settings if you had an external display plugged into the VGA port on the side. You got brightness, you got turning on and off the backlight. You can change the rotation if you want to hold the device at a different orientation. You've got sound etiquette mode, which is basically silent mode. It's an interesting name for it, but that's what that will do. You can turn off your wireless adapter, and you can see you've got your battery charge down here, which again is 0%. So yeah, I mean, it's nice, just easy access to all these controls right from a single button. We'll go back into the start menu here. So you've got the display manager, you've got the webcam program. There is a rear webcam. I did not mention that earlier. There is both a front-facing and a rear webcam, which is nice, so we can... whoops, I don't want to do that. We want to change, I think this will change the camera. And there's the front camera. So, yeah, it works, which is pretty awesome. We'll go ahead and just close out of that. And, yeah, so you got 2 cameras on this thing. Super neat. And next up, you've got your battery manager. Magic Doctor is like a, health program of sorts. If we open this up, it's you can diagnose the system, see if it can find any issues. Hopefully, it won't on a brand new device here, but you've got that included. You've got your network manager, the recovery tool, Samsung Update, user's guide. You've got a voice recorder. And you have AV Station, which is like an audio-visual program, not an antivirus. I actually kind of thought that at first, but yeah, so you can play music and all that stuff. There's also this button on the side, I believe it's right here, that you can press to bring up AV Station in like its full screen sort of cinematic mode here. In this, you can, just play like a movie or, something like that, go into photos. And obviously won't have anything in here, but yeah, so you got like a full screen tablet interface for this program. So yeah, that's everything in the Samsung folder. We also have your standard set of Windows XP tablet PC programs that we've touched on many times before on this channel. No pun intended there. And yeah, we have TouchKit as well, which is basically the configuration utility for the touch controller itself. So you see it shows the USB controller installed here, but if we go to settings, you can make this really obnoxious, like having it beep on touch.
Hey, good job, 95. Hey, keep a close eye on things tonight, okay? From what I understand, the building's on lockdown. I want to go out to our house, you know.
Touch and beep on release, and check this out. Oh yeah, isn't that super great? So we're gonna definitely get rid of that. But yeah, so you got some settings. You can change the mode that it's in. You know, click on touch, click on release, click on touch without moving cursor, click on release without moving cursor. We'll just leave it in normal mode. And, you know, you got some tools and, you know, some other various things in there. So, yeah, definitely useful program to go into if you want to make some modifications to how the touchscreen responds to your input. Something else of note in here is OmniPass. This is how you set up the fingerprint scanner to be able to, you know, log you in without having to type in your password. Interestingly enough, the whole interface here is actually in like a Windows Vista style. So, I've already done this. So if I were to log off here, we'll just go ahead and do that. You can see right up here it'll prompt me to swipe my finger on the sensor, but I could have just tapped on my here it'll prompt me to swipe my finger on the sensor, but I could have just tapped on my on my user profile because I don't have a password on this account, and you can just literally log in, you know, and bypass the whole thing. It's meant to be like a substitute to your password. But yeah, so you can go through the OmniTouch program to configure that, you know, if you wanted to set up multiple users and all of that. And I've been using the stylus this entire time, but why don't we try to put that away and navigate around using the circular pad here and the controls over here. It's honestly not as intuitive, but, you know, you can definitely get around, and, you know, you just have to be a little bit more precise with your movements. Because, you know, you want to, like, especially when you're closing stuff, you got to get right over here, right there, to be able to hit the X. I definitely would prefer even using a stylus. I mean, I was able to navigate around just by touching the screen pretty well. I mean, you will probably encounter issues if you're trying to, like, close windows and stuff. I mean, just, like, you have to be... Oh, wow, that actually works super well. But yeah, I mean, again, it was designed for... Probably encounter issues if you're trying to, like, close windows and stuff. I mean, just, like, you have to be... Oh, wow, that actually works super... Trying to, like, close windows and stuff. I mean, just, like, you have to be... Oh, wow, that actually works super well. But yeah, I mean, again, it was designed for use with a stylus. And if you're wondering, the on-screen keyboard can be accessed by just tapping this down here. You can do handwriting recognition if you want, or you can just swap over to the keyboard. And yeah, there it is. It does move the icons and kind of screws them up, unfortunately. We can just drag those back into place. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, like, it's a pretty easy device to get the hang of. I mean, I've been able to interact with it just fine here. Really no issues at all. It comes with a nice selection of software. I do wish, like, McAfee and some of this other stuff wasn't on here. At least wasn't in the, like, I mean, because McAfee starts up every time that you log in and it prompts you with, like, do you want to install? And you're like, no. So you would have to go in and, like, uninstall that. But yeah, overall, I would be pretty pleased with this thing. Though the only thing is, like, I wouldn't have bought this for $900 back in the day. And I don't really see most people doing that either. Maybe if you're a little bit more tech savvy, maybe if you were a business user. What if I told you that back in 1999, you could pick up an entire desktop computer for $99? That's right, not $500, not $1,000, and no, not even more, just $99. Personal computers were certainly becoming more and more affordable back then, but even still, getting the lowest of the low-end machines would cost you at least a few $100s. So what on earth was going on here? Well, let me open your eyes to the eye-opener. An all-in-one internet appliance from the appropriately named NetPliance that was sold between the late 90s and early 2000s. And I've got one of them that's been sealed in its box for over 2 decades. So in today's video, we're going to open this thing up for the very first time and talk about how a simple IDE cable ended up becoming the catalyst for the death of this company's entire internet appliance business. Sponsored by Linode, cloud computing for Akamai. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So if you don't remember internet appliances, these were basically really low-cost computers that were designed to be an easy and straightforward way to get on the internet. Although they were far more limited than full-fledged PCs, they had the upside of being a little bit cheaper. And the eye-opener wasn't just a little cheaper, it was hundreds of dollars cheaper. Because when this thing launched in November of 1999, it sold for a promotional price of $99. Now, NetAppliance's strategy was to basically sell this thing for so cheap to really attract consumers and establish themselves in the internet appliance market. And it was so cheap that they actually lost money whenever they sold one. Because this thing came equipped with a 180 MHz WinChip CPU, which was an x86 compatible processor, 32 megabytes of RAM, 16 megabytes of flash storage for the operating system, and a 10-inch 800x600 LCD display. Hardware that, according to NetAppliance's own admission, gave the eye-opener a manufacturing cost of $500, meaning that this company was losing $400 every time they sold one of these things. Now you're probably asking, well, how on earth was that sustainable? Well, NetAppliance's business model was based on selling the eye-opener itself at a loss, and then making a profit through the $21.95 per month subscription internet service that you had to pay for to actually use this thing on the internet. You could not use an existing plan with another ISP if you already had one. And remember that this $99 was a promotional price, which on the surface doesn't seem like that bad of an idea. However, it ended up backfiring on them majorly, and we'll talk about how a little bit later on in this video. But for now, let's go ahead and crack this thing open and see what $99 would have gotten you back in 1999. And just like that, there is no turning back. So, it looks like we've got some reading material in here. This first piece of paper is probably going to let you know that you have to call, you gotta call them to activate your account so you can actually get online with this thing. And it looks like if you're activated within 24 hours, you can get 5% off on a Canon Bubblejet 2010 color printer. So, yeah, a little bit too late for that now. And here, we've got a setup diagram which walks you through, taking the thing out of the box, plugging everything in, and turning it on. It's printed on a pretty decent quality piece of paper here. And right here, we've got the getting started guide. So this is going to be kind of like the manual. It looks to be 20 pages long, and this is going to walk you through things in more detail, of course. It takes you through some of the features, how to turn it off, on and off, volume control, display contrast. Here's a key map of all the keys on the keyboard. Speaking of the keyboard, one of my favorite features of this thing, let's actually get this out of the box. So it looks like right here we've got the phone line, we've got the power brick over here, and we'll just go ahead and take these styrofoam pieces off. And so there's the machine itself, and here is the keyboard. Now,
Savage. Watch till the end.
I always come back. We're despicable.
We make ourselves plain sinkable.
Berate ourselves, hate ourselves viciously.
Still none of us wishes good shine. We're slick and shifty birds.
With fingers quick as 50 birds.
While stealing your purse or your ticky-tock.
Just for a kick we knock you flat. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la.
We're just blankety-blank,
no good.
We're not tea party blokes, no chitty chat and artichokes.
We're twice as bloodthirsty as cannibules.
And wilder than animals are we. We're reprehensible. We'll steal your pen and pensible.
Then sneer at you, leer at you, naughtily.
And really we ought to be in jail. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. We're just blankety blank, blank. All bad. das schon gesehen? Ist SpongeBob schwul?
Wollen wir wieder aufs Damenklo gehen?
Oder ein Transvestit?
Was machen wir zuerst?
Und auf was ist Mr. Krabs? Diese und andere brisante Gerüchte durchleuchtet Comedy Central am internationalen Think Happy Day. Captain Secrets. Der Captain packt aus. Am 28. November ab 20:15 Uhr auf. Let's go.
I like it. I like it, cut G.
Bruh.
LOL.
I like it, cut G. I like it, cut G. I like it, cut G.
LOL. LOL.
Bruh.
We're despicable. We make
ourselves hate ourselves.
We are slick and shifty birds.
with fingers quick as 50 birds.
While stealing your purse or your ticky-tock.
Just for a kick we knock you flat. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Bruh.